Remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on more awesome content. I've been saying for a while now, it's no news that I loved The Last Jedi just as a movie in general. I didn't think it was very unpredictable though, besides for little moments like Yoda appearing or Leia coming back from the dead of space. But nonetheless, I still loved it. But that's not to say critics don't have a point. Here are 3 things that The Last Jedi probably could have improved on. Underutilized characters. When I think about The Last Jedi, characters like Phasma and Chewbacca don't even really cross my mind. The story isn't about them per se, no, but after Boba became a legend and people wished there were a lot more screen time for him, George Lucas himself even said he wished he made Boba more prominent in the movies. Even in The Force Awakens, Phasma was a memorable character. She basically was supposed to be the new trilogy version of Boba. But in The Last Jedi, she appears and leaves in pretty much a flash. The same goes for Chewbacca. He didn't really even have a role here except for a few cutaways and comedic moments. I forgot he was on the island with Rey pretty much the entire time she was on atch-to. Granted, there wasn't much for him to do there, but he could have been written a little bit more of an importance to the story, maybe even at the end or something. And don't even get me started on Maz Kanata. Too much space chase. Most of the main plot of The Last Jedi revolves around the First Order chasing the Resistance through space. That sounds fun, but this actually also felt riddled with plot holes, even though it served the purpose of furthering the character development, especially of Poe Dameron. I'm sure they'll come up with explanations to all of these plot holes like they always do, but it definitely feels like when they first thought of it, there was just no explanation for why the First Order couldn't do things like send Star Destroyers through hyperspace to jump ahead of the Resistance and cut them off. It just felt like there was more, there that could have been spent with Rey and Luke on atch-to or on Crate or something than just floating in space. Rehashing the old trilogy. I've said this plenty of times. I've said it over and over. Even with all the quote-unquote surprises this movie had, the only surprise was that it was a rehash of Return of the Jedi instead of Empire Strikes Back. Changed my mind. I've said it many times before. The Force Awakens was a rehash, almost directly all down to the characters, save for Finn, who is actually not a rehash of any of the old characters. Snoke equals Emperor, big bad guy, who is over the big bad guy you see most of the time and only actually gets shown during his final movie. Luke dying equals Yoda, Grand Master, Jedi teaches new Jedi, then dies. The fact that it's a rehash has a silver lining though. Since they can't rehash Empire Strikes Back, I hope, they actually have to make Episode 9 a unique movie because Rian Johnson rehashed the last movie from the original trilogy pretty much. So all the characters have their own destiny now. Yay, one movie that's original. I just wish I had more faith in J.J. Abrams after seeing The Force Awakens. But it's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.